7 or so years, and we're really excited to have him on our team. So really quick, I'll talk to you guys a little bit about customer advocacy at NICE, what our strategies are, introduce our team a little bit. And then I want to get into sort of organizing our discussion here based on the before, some of the challenges that we've faced, and how BASE was the solution to that, and why we chose BASE. Then we'll walk through sort of our phased approach in using BASE in our reference and advocacy programs. We started with just reference management, and then we've recently kind of opened the portal for our community, and then touch a little bit on what's next and what we're excited about. So our customer advocacy strategy at NICE is sort of for these 4 pillars. I'm sure this looks very familiar to any customer reference or advocacy managers on the call. Our strategy, or our key pillars, are number 1, to recruit and track our advocates. We want to make sure that we are constantly looking for happy customers in order to create a sustainable network of advocates who support our brand, who advocate for us, and spread that positive testimony themselves. The main reason we do this is in order to support sales with references. This is what pays the bills. This is where we need to make sure that we always have timely and relevant references for whatever the request is. And these allow us to shorten the sales cycle and really show the value and the impact that our team has on the business. The third piece is to amplify the voice of the customer through customer content, like case studies, video testimonials, quotes, any way that we can package and market customer wins and stories to help feed our sales and marketing engines. And then fourth is to engage with customers. I think this is where BASE can really shine, because we can create a systemized program of engagement where we are rewarding customers in ways that are meaningful to them, in ways that make our customers better, and show our customers that we authentically care about them and their journey with our brand. So this is what kind of underlies everything that we do as a team. So before, sort of the challenges that we were facing before we went to BASE, we started shopping a couple years ago, honestly, because our previous reference management tool and processes required a lot of maintenance of licenses. It was difficult to maintain. It was almost impossible to scale. We knew that as we combined reference programs from the different lines of business and across acquisitions at our company, that we were going to be adding huge clumps of sellers and account managers, and our previous solution was simply not scalable. The pay-per-license model and the named license model was not going to work going forward. We also had challenges with having limited functionality. We could only manage references with our previous tool. We couldn't push asks. We couldn't manage rewards. We couldn't have a portal and a community. So we would have to have all these multiple tools piecemealed together to create a full program. One of the biggest things is it was really difficult to make changes. It was a heavy lift every time we needed to update any piece of the workflow. We had to ask our vendor to do it. We couldn't do much of it ourselves. And the interface just felt outdated. We needed to freshen the interface and bring it into the modern era. So we like I said, we kind of started shopping a couple years ago. We started our implementation with BASE about a year ago. And one of and these are, I would say, the 3 biggest reasons why we chose BASE. It has everything that we needed. It's a single platform for all of our advocacy functions. We knew that we were going to start small and want to grow, and BASE had the capacity to grow with us and have all of the pieces that we wanted to include in our ultimate full customer advocacy solution. The scalability and the flexibility goes along with that. We could start as small as we wanted. We can scale as big as we need, and they grow with us. And then I'm sure you guys have all kind of just felt this, even just in this call. Base has a culture of innovation. They're kind of young, scrappy, and hungry, right? And they're constantly growing and looking for the next best thing. And we feel like we're very much partners with them in that. It matches our company culture. We're very fast-paced as well, and sometimes to Gall and Rona's dismay, where we'll just decide that we want to do something different, and they're right in the same pace and right in the same kind of culture with us. So we appreciate that feeling of innovation and partnership that we share. So now I want to show you kind of what we've done. So we started small. We knew that we just needed to start somewhere. As Rona always told me, I tend to get these big ideas and I want to do it all at once. And you need to start somewhere. So we started with reference management. And the key benefits to what we did with NICE were that there's automation at every step of the way. And my favorite part, you guys, is that every piece of that automation is customizable, and I can customize it. I don't have to ask Rona or their programmers to customize it. I can do it myself. So that's huge. I'm probably going to say that 14 more times before I'm done talking, because it's my favorite part about it. It was really important to us that we be able to pull data from Salesforce. We use Salesforce as our CRM, and we're able to track, because we have a direct connection to Salesforce through Base. We can track and report on our influenced ROI, so we can easily see how much pipeline, how much revenue our references have influenced, and show our value to our leadership. You guys, I tried to figure out how to show this to you live in a demo, and I could not do it without sharing private customer details and get myself in a lot of trouble. So I took these screenshots. I took these just earlier this week. This is what it actually looks like. I'm not going to show you a live demo because I would probably end up showing you something private and lose my job. But I want to walk you through what it looks like from our end. So we added this request a reference call button to every opportunity in our Salesforce. This is viewable to every seller in our company. And by the way, you'll notice, like Rona said, request a reference. We wanted ours to say request a reference call. You can change what it looks like. You can change what it says. And then it opens up a single form. We have currently all of our references going through a managed workflow, which means we sort of make the matches ourselves. And we have, it's a single page. You don't have to scroll. We've kept it really simple. It automatically pulls in the most important pieces. I'm really excited about the weighted priority thing that's coming next. So once this seller fills out this short form, it's easy, intuitive, and they hit submit. That then comes to myself and Spencer on the reference team. So we do get an email. You can source it all through email if you want. We typically source it through our reference request form, or our reference, it's like the workspace. And this is what it looks like. This is an actual screenshot of our workspace from earlier late last week. So you can source the references directly from that workspace. And I really like the colors on the left side we've set up so that you can see which ones are brand new, which ones are a little, if they're yellow, it means they've been sitting there for a while. And if it turns red, it means that it's been too long and we need to make sure that we're acting quickly. But I appreciate that we're able to sort of visually see what needs to be done and what still is pending. So once we select the customer that we want, when we hit source, we can see which ones are a good match. We can click on and see, the account name, the contact name. It's got a whole bunch more stuff after this, account size, industry, whatever you want to pull in from Salesforce, pulls it in and you can select from here. And then that triggers an automated workflow of emails, the way that we have it set up. Again, I can change these. We just decided a few months ago that we wanted to remove one of the approval steps, and we just did it. We didn't have to wait around and have this big lift to change it. So an email comes to us telling us there's a reference to fulfill. We send the match to the account owner. The account owner approves it. We send that customer to the seller. The seller arranges the call. And then the automated feedback email goes out 3 weeks later saying, how did it go? We want to hear from you. And all of that is done automatically. And it's super easy. Oh, really quick, before I hand it off to Sarah, there was just last week, we had to add a field from Salesforce. Somebody asked about, like, I need a reference who is using a specific implementation partner. And it's not something we had ever matched based on before. So I could just go into Base to my CRM integration, find the new field that I wanted, because I can match to any field in Salesforce. And I found the field I needed to match for. I hit run, I ran a new report, and then I could see all of the implemented partners for my references that I didn't have before. So it's really that easy. So after we finished kind of our reference management processes, then we knew we wanted, the next phase was going to be using the portal and engaging with our customers in the portal. So that's where Sarah came in, and I'll let Sarah kind of show you a little bit around our community and the advocacy portal that we're using.
Yes, as Kara mentioned, we started with Base as our reference tool. And when our team got responsibility over an existing community, the NUG, the NICE user group, we knew we wanted the same kind of responsive and powerful and adaptable tools to serve this new audience and achieve our two main goals, which are creating engagement between NICE and our customers, and creating engagement among our customers. Since we already had a great relationship with Base through references, it was an easy decision to go with Base, especially when our old platform was end of life at very short notice. In a month since our launch, we've been able to execute on several of those strategies under our goals there, using Base's combination of portal and community to do it in a single customer experience. So let me show you how we use Base, these two functions of Base. First is the portal, where our members enter and where we run our asks. Those are the activities that we have to engage our members. That is both when they join the community and throughout their relationship. We wanted to make the transition as smooth as possible for our members, most of whom are joining us from a previous site, as well as for the new members. So with our welcome to the new NUG ask that you can see there on the left, we embedded a how-to video, provided instant satisfaction with points and a badge, and then got feedback on a subsequent ask about how that process worked and how our members enjoyed the welcome experience. So our transitioning members are more familiar with a typical forum style experience. It was very old, but that's what they're used to. So we created some asks that you can also see there, what's new in the NUG and solutions, to guide them to the right places in the community and give them a little familiarity from the beginning. We'll also be using asks in the portal to promote some events, content. We're going to do member spotlights, and those things will further support those strategies that we have. The second piece, sorry about that, is community. And I mentioned that most of our members are initially joining us from a previous site. So Base's community features allowed me to quickly spin up a site that both delivered on the essential functions that members were used to and also offered an overall elevated experience. We started with a resource page that has searches and tags, solution groups that are very small there, but you can kind of see the list of solution groups to the side there, where NICE staff and users can come together for best practices, tips and tricks, and ideas. And then we also have event listings and a member search. Sorry, there's the discussion that Kara's highlighting there. And then a member search so that our members can reach out to each other directly based on any of those tags that we have selected there. So I can't say enough about how much fresher the site looks and how much I'm actually able to manage on my own. from design to moderation to permissions. And while the foundation of the community is up and running, I can continue to evolve it with the feedback that we get from discussions on the community space or with asks that I push through the portal to get specific feedback. Should we change this? Do you like the way this is working? And I just, like I said, I can't say enough about how much we can do for a big company and a big population with a nice, efficient team.
So we're about out of time. We're really excited about what's coming next. We've got big plans to create a store for rewards. We're setting up an academy where we're going to use customer journeys to have our customers like earn credentials and certifications from education that they see here. We're launching referral programs and loyalty programs. We've got lots on the horizon that we're excited about. But yeah, that's kind of what we had. We're excited to do this with Base. So I don't know if we want to do Q&A now or if we can just follow